Thank you for clicking this video. I'm Kelton and this is Obsessed Reviews. The Audi A5 is an iconic sedan. It's been in more games than I can remember, and people love the A5, the S5, and the RS5. So they have decided to finally redesign it, which is a long time coming since we've had the same generation since 2018 despite a few refreshes. Some people would argue that with the little photos that we've had of this new vehicle, that they've butchered the style and they've made it more boring, that they have changed it to like any other sedan. I would argue that it looks great. It looks really good. And yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, so the A5 is supposed to replace the A4. Now, I don't know how that's going to go in the US. I don't even know if it's actually going to happen in the US, but I do know that it's supposed to happen overseas. That's been confirmed that this will replace the A4. So that is kind of expected considering how big Audi's sedan selection is in the US and overseas. So that's just interesting to see how they're taking two vehicles and combining them into one for the A5 for the 2025 model year. In terms of the exterior design, they have finally brought it towards the new design standards that Audi is going for these days. I really love the design. It's a lot like the RS e-tron GT, which is just a beautiful sedan. And yeah, I can see where people are coming from when they say that it looks more boring now, but to me it just looks great. Headlights have the new signature design that a lot of Audis are offering, where they can change based off a pack that you buy or a subscription. I don't know exactly how that works, but that's kind of cool. The wheel options, specifically on the Avant, the wagon, look really good. They look really cohesive with the design, and those also are available on the sedan, so I'm really excited for that. It looks really good. And they haven't really shown a wheel design that I don't like, so Audi always hits it with the wheel designs. The Avant is also beautiful, by the way. I feel like it just looks so proportional on the sedan and the Avant. The proportions are literally perfect. The rear end of the vehicle also just looks so much more modern and close to what is popular in the moment. As much as people want to argue that the last generation was a perfect sedan, which you could definitely argue that. I loved the last generation. This generation is definitely much better because the last generation was starting to look old. It was starting to look out of date. And especially with like technology, it was offering stuff that most cars that are 30, 40, $50,000 less have. The design of the interior of the A5 is another highlight for me. It seriously looks so much better. It looks so much more up to date. It looks a few years ahead, to be honest. And it's not like anything I really would have expected Audi to do for a sedan. I don't know. I saw that the same design on the Q6 e-tron, but I don't know. Seeing it on a sedan, I'm really happy about it because I feel like in today's world of SUVs taking over, a lot of companies are giving up on sedans, which has been said a million times, but not only are they giving up, the sedans that they still offer, they're giving less and less effort, and they're letting them go outdated, they're letting them look horrible, they're just treating them like cars that they don't even want to throw a cent at. So I'm glad to see that Audi is willing to throw the money that they need to into this, because people still want sedans. They just want good sedans. When I look at the options, when I'm a sedan buyer and I look at the options and there's no good options anymore, I'm obviously going to move to SUVs, and I feel like that's what a lot of other buyers are saying. Back to the interior though, I really love how slim the air vents are. It just looks high tech and progressive, and it really looks cohesive with the rest of the interior design. What worries me a lot about the interior of the A5, and a lot of other people have said this too, is because there's like literally no buttons in there except for maybe in the center console and near the shifter. But other than that, for like climate controls and just radio controls, there are no physical buttons. And I mean, that's not new for cars these days. So I assume that Audi has done a good job at making sure this stuff is actually usable, but time will tell. But yeah, in terms of the interior design, I really feel like Audi has finally done something to make the A5 worth its price. Not to say that, with all its power and its perfection in the last generation, it wasn't worth its price, but like I said earlier, it was offering interior tech like the screen, which was I think 10.5 inches, and digital gauge cluster. That stuff you can get on an Accord. That stuff you can get on the Kia K5. That stuff you can get on the Camry right now. So it was time. I'm sorry, Audi stands, it was time. The only thing I can't seem to get over about the new interior design of the A5, and really all other cars, is how everybody is kind of moving to dual screens, the dual setup with one singular piece of glass, or however you want to phrase that. Everybody's doing it, and I guess it's starting to feel unoriginal, but I guess that's something I'm gonna have to get used to because it's not stopping and people are loving it. It's a really high-end look, and I just wish there was more creativity in it. But at the same time, I could see what people meant now when they said they didn't like the tablet design, but we got used to that. So, you know, I guess that's just how evolution works. Anyways, the US A5 will be offered with a 268 horsepower 4-cylinder that will have a 48-volt hybrid system and get a mild hybrid. And the S5 will have a twin turbocharged V6 that will make 362 horsepower, also with the hybrid system. So you can see them moving towards electrification with that. I wonder if we'll get a electric A5. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be really cool, and it would be a direct competitor to something like the BMW i4 or the BMW i5, and that'd be something I'd really love to see. Both will have a dual clutch automatic transmission and all-wheel drive standard. So I also can't wait to see what will be on the RS5. But anyways, to kind of wrap it up, I think Audi did an amazing job. They updated it and made it look like modern Audi, and I think they'll be able to keep this design for a few years to come. And I guess I can see where people are coming from when they say they made the design look boring or like other sedans, but I mean, that's just something we'll have to get over, and I still feel like this has a very unique and classy design compared to other vehicles. I don't really know where they're coming from with that, if they just wanted it to stay looking old, because to me it still looks amazing. It doesn't look like a K5, it doesn't look like an Accord, it looks like an Audi A5. I think its design is unique. It's amazing and well thought out inside and out. And I also think that it being powered by those mild hybrid engines is a great move. I just think Audi did what needed to be done, and I can't wait to see these on the street. But anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Hope y'all have a good one. Bye.